Let's relax ourselves using our breathing. Breathe in a little deeper than before and allow that breath to circle round inside you, in and out, at its own pace. As you breathe in and out, notice the tiny movements your body makes to swell with that breath, and then to contract, to return to its default size. Breathe in and out gently, neither too fast nor too slow for you. Your shoulders minutely rise and fall. Your chest swells in small increments, in and out. Very soft whispers of breath you can hear. Be aware of the stillness around you and inside you. Allow the whole world to be the extent of the gentle breaths that you can hear, the perimeter of skin around your body. Two elements, yourself and the wider outside. Being aware of your consciousness as a little point in your forehead. Let's open our imagination now, going through that point and forwards. You've stepped out onto some moorland, out in the open air, walking across some moors on one of those overcast but quite warm afternoons. Walking in a pathway where there is heather on either side of your feet, as high as your knees. You'll hear flies buzzing about, the flies of summer, perhaps skylark calling, way up in the sky, singing its heart out. You'll feel the slow movement of air over your skin as the breeze moves by. We are on the moors just when the heather has exploded in bloom. Some of it will be purple, some of it will be white. In the distance, where over hills, over moors form the horizons, you'll notice shades of purple, expanses of white, where the heather has colonized whole hillsides, and so too will the golden gorse have spread across the flanks. Vivid colors against the green of the grass, all underneath this white glowing sky. Breathe in the fresh air. Allow it to calm you. Smell all those summer smells. In your mind's eye, lean down, get right down to those nearest bits of heather, those tiny little bellflowers. Put your nose close and see if by imagining inhaling that sweet smell itself reaches you. The pathway that you're standing in is one that hikers have formed by placing one foot in front of the other, probably following the initial pathways of sheep and deer. It's like a single narrow trench cut into the heather up to your ankles. You walk along carefully. You'll feel the heather brushing against your calves. Hear the swish swish as you go forwards, disturbing the flies, pushing through webs that have been so carefully spun from stem to stem. Let's draw to mind an area of your wider life in which you know inside you need to be strong. An area where you'd like to feel confident. Let's choose what this area is without any judgment. Simply acknowledging what you feel you need, where you aren't feeling so strong. Up ahead of you, this pathway will fork. It will offer a route left and a route to the right. Along one of those pathways will be all the tangles and the problems of that area in which you want to feel stronger. Unpleasant feelings down there for you. Issues that you haven't yet worked out and resolved. There may be some fear, embarrassment. It may seem like a lot of work is down that way. And the other pathway, the other half of the fork, is open and free, enticing you to explore it, has no baggage. And yet, we're going to follow the pathway that does lead to your issue, to the area where you'd like to feel strength. Because for all of the factors down there that make you mentally roll your eyes, turn away, seek a distraction from sorting it out this time, we want to latch on to that feeling of relief you would feel if you had made some headway with it, if you'd begun to unpack it and perhaps realize the fear, the negative feelings surrounding it, they have no substance, no real grounding. And if you just stepped a little way into them with determination, they would shrink and you'd realize they are very small. So, choosing the pathway that does involve looking at this issue begin to walk along it. And as you do so, reach down in one smooth movement and pluck some of the heather so you have it in your hand, that sweet scent. Ahead of you, along this pathway, there's something on the horizon. For a second it seems like it could be a person. Maybe it's a tower far off in the distance. But as you walk closer, you'll find it's a standing stone, raised in prehistory, a great monolith of granite rising up against the sky. It's about as high as you are, and this trench pathway goes round it on either side to continue at its back onwards, leaving this stone in a little circular pathway of its own, rising from tufts of grass. Let's stand on the grassy base of this stone. Step up out of the trench. You can lay your hands against the stone. Connect with it for a little while, letting it prop you up, a strong feeling of it against your skin. Under the hardness of the stone's surface, it's actually as fluid as dough that we've kneaded for bread. Remember how bread dough feels? Flexible, squishy, and yet strong, resistant as well. It feels like this stone is as alive and good smelling and healthy as that doughy bread underneath the outer shell of the stone itself. Let yourself become immersed in that feeling of the dough, of the movement within the stone, of its malleability. Go with it where it feels alive. As you feel the energy rising and falling, the movement inside the stone winding around you, as you mix with its components, allow this living strength, this fluid stone, to seep through you into your mind and your heart, to those areas that show what the issue you want to feel stronger in is about. We don't need to describe it to tell the stone what it is. You know, and by opening to the energy, it will go to the right places. Allow a few moments of this moving, living energy to allocate its strength inside you. Imagine at the same time that you are kneading bread, that somewhere your hands are on a board kneading the dough. This stone bread working in the air so the dough will rise. The bread may feed you. As your fingers and your palms shape the dough and press down, move it, turn it, press down again. You're kneading strength into that area where you so need to be strong. Between your hands are the many instances where this issue will arise in future, in your own life, and here you are shaping them, pushing in the air, pulling the dough, making it flexible, elastic. You are in control. And now we will find that we are standing by the stone, facing it. And at some point, you've disengaged from its energy, and your sprig of heather is sitting there at the base of the stone. We are now imbued with the living energy of this stone. So thank it for what it has given you in your own way. And then we can turn with confidence so it is at our back. Let's follow once more the trench forwards, away from the stone, leading back the way that we came. Around you is this beautiful open moorland, white, purple, green, gold with gorse. White sky as far as you can see. Not another soul up here, only you and nature. Rejoin the fork in the pathway. Go forwards carrying that glow, that strength inside. It's time to leave this moorland, to allow the magic to work at the opportune times in our future. Allow the moorlands to drift into the back of your mind. Standing stone becoming hidden, its work done. Instead, we'll cast about for where we've left our body, lying or sitting down. Allow the wind to pick you up as if you are as light as a feather. Drift across the landscape now, locating our bodies and moving back towards them. Position your mental body a couple of inches above the physical one where it sits or lies. And now we will breathe ourselves back in. So inhale a little deeper than before and bring that breath down into your chest and further. Flow down with it right down your legs to your feet, your heels and toes, and leave yourself there. Leave your essence down there in your feet. Breathe in again and once more go down so that you're filling the area from your ankles, through your calves and up to your knees, leaving yourself there as well. With the next breath, come in and fill all the way from your hips down to your knees. So now your legs are feeling the right weight again and attached to you. Let's inhale, go down and fill the tummy to where the spine begins to rise up and the ribs fan out. Inhale again and let's fill the chest all the way up to the shoulder blades. Now we breathe in and split in two to go down the arms to the palms and the fingers, leaving ourselves there. And now we'll breathe in and go up the neck into the head. Let's leave ourselves under the curve of the skull, between the ears, behind the eyes. Bring in that little point of you that thinks, so it may sit where it normally lives between your eyes. Try wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you are sure that you are fully back, let's open up our eyes.